Hello and welcome to the 106th, I think it is, the 106th edition of Get Out of Rap TV. It's September the 23rd, and I hope you are all well. This is a brief respite from all of your work, all of the to-do lists, and let's be honest, some of the madness that's going on in the world. It's our chance to come together and talk about the things that we love. Yes, some of them may frustrate us, but more often than not, we are a positive bunch. It's great to be here. It's good to see you all. I couldn't be doing this show or most of my activity without the help of my partners. And that starts with Quetzal, who will help you turn your technology strategy into reality. And we have some really interesting stats from some research and a survey we've done together. Alvaria, the people that are turning proactive customer contact, taking it to the next level. So forget just old school outbound. And we have a great white paper coming out with those guys. Better outsourcing opened a new center in Birmingham. So now they are in Glasgow, Birmingham, and Sunderland. A wonderful outsourcer, excellent at sales. The Forum, the wonderful Forum, the preeminent learning organization in our industry, and the very first partners I ever had, Sabio. So thank you to all of you. I love working with you all and hope we can continue into next year because we're getting to that point now, aren't we? Oh, Aman Dip is here. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Oh, Chris Rainsforth. Oh, the Pud. He is here. Pud. I'm surprised you've shared that. I thought that was a nickname you didn't want to be out there, but it's great to see you, my friend. Lewis Murphy, good morning. Looking forward to Wednesday Wisdom video. Chris gets a mention later on. And Chris, I hope you do appreciate in my most recent LinkedIn post that featured you, I didn't do what I usually do, which is find a still of a video where you are pulling a funny face. I thought I did you proud on that most recent photo on LinkedIn. So yes, it is great to be here. Thank you for joining. I hope you're all well. I still have a problem with my eye, which is very frustrating because I can't play football, and it is playing football, watching football, talking about football, coaching football that makes me happy, certainly playing it. And this is my question for you today. So, other than your family, what makes you happy? Chris says, I have a Yorkshire pudding tattooed on my arm. It isn't a secret. That is genius. I love it. Will you get the full roast on there, though, or is it just the Yorkshire pudding? Talking of football, Kerry Soudale is here. Uh, let's be honest, Kerry, awesome footballer. We still have to get our get out of rap team together. There was going to be a tournament, lots of interest, but when it came to getting the teams together, our industry didn't show up. So we need to revisit that. I think we could put together a cracking get out of rap team central to that, Kerry. That would be you. So other than your family, what makes you happy? I've already mentioned for me is football, much to the family's annoyance, because I will wander around the house going, "Oh, have you seen that Paulina's back in the squad?" And they're like, "Martin, we don't care." But it doesn't stop me. I just have to say some of this stuff out loud. But part of the reason for starting doing this show, actually. So, other than your family, what makes you happy? Kerry Sudo says we could always get a team each and do a single charity match, maybe. I think that is a great idea. Good morning. It's only come through as LinkedIn user. I am sorry. It's the connection, the relationship between StreamYard and LinkedIn sometimes does that. So if you could just let me know who you are. I'm sure everyone else can see it, but here in the studio, I cannot. But it would be nice to say hello. Amandip says music, food, making a difference, and making others happy. That is lovely. That's very, very beautiful. What a lovely sentiment for the day. Makes me feel like I should have upped my game. Mine's very simple. Football. Um, come on, everyone. Jamie C. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, it could be something in your settings on LinkedIn, but good luck going through all of their finding where that is. I will find it actually and share it. So Amandip said, Darren is here. Good morning, Darren. Great to catch up the other week, and I have some interesting results for you from a poll I did in the team leader community that you asked if I could do. But and thanks for all the introductions as well. I really appreciate that. Oh, Tracy Newton is here. Good morning. Lovely, lovely Tracy. And please do say hello to Rowan if he's there with you, maybe. I know sometimes you watch together. Oh, look at that. Trevor Butterworth. Come on, Trevor. I'm on Get Out of Rap TV. So I will just let this play out for a couple of more, 30 more seconds. Other than your family, what makes you happy? This is a way for us to get to know each other. We're going to take some beating because Amandip is music, food, making a difference, and making others happy. If we had more of that in the world, it wouldn't be such a divisive place at the moment, or feeling that way. Often I think these things are inflated a little bit, aren't they? Right. Conscious of time, so I am going to move on. My question for you all today is following a conversation I had with a good friend yesterday, managing a team, and the company has decided to bring. Oh, Rowan is here. Hi, Rowan. Chris says, my job makes me happy, but my side hustle as pub quiz host and bingo caller at the Village Social Club are completely different to my day to day. I couldn't think of anyone better to be a quiz host and bingo caller than you, Chris. That is absolute genius. Darren Gracie says, that's great. Thanks, Martin. You're more than welcome. No problem. Kerry Sudo says, sport fitness for me. In fact, I keep speaking to customers about it so often, I feel like we need a huge sports day or something. I agree. Charity match with associated sports. Could be the contact center Olympics. Rob Wilkinson is here. Sorry for my tardiness. If you're not already connected to Rob, please do connect with him. One of life's good guys and super, super knowledgeable about our industry. So let me get back to my little story. Hi, Rowan. I was talking to a friend of mine. He is awesome at his job, contact center management, and the company he's working for have asked his or informed the team that they now have to return to the office or the contact center for at least a couple of days a week, whereas previously it was working from home and come and go as you please. And it's causing some challenges, let's say. So my question to you is, do you think hybrid working is hurting or helping culture in our industry? And I'm conscious that culture is a very wide term, but now this manager in question, for example, is having to manage some dissatisfaction, some people who are going to face real challenges. In the preceding time that they were remote, some of them have moved further away from the contact center, have had other changes in their life. Equally, as long as going back in is for a reason, you can kind of see the logic, right? So my question, and I'm very much on the fence on this one, but do you think hybrid working is hurting or helping culture in our industry? just getting back to some of the things that make people happy. Darren Gracie says boxing, reading, watching films or series they won't watch. I'm I'm assuming other people in your family won't watch them, but you do. I love boxing, love reading, and films and series. Rob Wilkinson, love this one. Perfectly simple. This sunshine and blue skies. As we're the nights, winter is coming, as they say, Rob. So maybe less of them. Although some lovely winter skies are nice, aren't they? So, do you think hybrid working is hurting or helping culture in our industry? I do see some companies do this really well, where there are really good reasons for people coming back in the office. They have a lot of collaborative work. It might be for specific projects or team building, um, as opposed to, I guess, the other end of the spectrum is people going back into the contact center and there being hardly anyone there. They've traveled a long way to get there. They sit quite lonely in an empty floor, and it's not really organized or coordinated. I think that's the thing, isn't it? This stuff has to be organized, curated sessions that do make it that you want to go back in. I know personally, I don't think I would have stayed in this industry if my experience had been one that was remote. It was very much the people around me, the atmosphere, the buzz that kept me in this industry, certainly from when I was an agent. Rowan says, I think often hurting unless implemented with care and good support tools. That's a great point. Oh, hello, Danny. Danny Wareham is here. It's not the working itself. It's the level of purposefulness and intentionality behind hybrid working that is working or not working. Many orgs have tried to copy and paste what they did in the office to the remote world, and it hasn't worked. Very, very true. We have a specific space in the team leader community for working from home. The amendments that are needed and the extra effort that's needed from a leadership point of view, is significant. It has to be put in if you want to build real connections and support for remote workers, because you have to fill in the gaps, fill in the things that are missing when you can't see people in the same building as you. And it is a real challenge. There are some team leaders starting their leadership journey with hybrid teams, and that's a challenge. That really is. I'd like to think the community helps with that. Danny also says long distance relationships need a different approach to having a local partner, more intentional communication, not confusing visibility for trust, purposeful structuring of time when you are together. Yes, really good point. Book plug. I do have a discussion about this in my upcoming book. And Danny, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's called Constellation. From what I have read so far, I think it's awesome. It's such an interesting topic, really well written, and I can't wait for that to be out. So you plug away. Kerry says, I feel like any other skill, managing a team remotely or in a hybrid setting is very different to managing in an office setting. So you need to hire people who can lead in a hybrid remote setting. It's not the type of working location. Oh, Morris, good morning. It is not the type of working location that is the challenge, but how we organize our time on culture building. Designing culture to meet the needs of teams in any home or office location is something we have done throughout the last 30 years. This is about other drivers, including poor management culture, not investing in creating the connection. What a great point. Chris Rainsforth says it needs to be intentional and designed in the right way. It can lead to siloed experiences. Training can be difficult. Communication can be fragmented, but that's not the fault of hybrid working. It's the fault of the leaders that are designing and implementing the experience. So true. Kerry Sudale, 5 days, full time in the office just not work for modern day living? I feel we keep talking about AI to help our team help customers, but what about how we can use technology to replicate things like the water cooler chats? Not a tech person, so not sure how it works. Danny Wareham, thank you very much. It's called Constellation. Of course it is, because of the stars on the front cover, which is a very striking front cover, by the way. So Danny Wareham is imminently going to be releasing his book called Constellation. Thoroughly recommend it from what I've read so far. Keep these coming. I have to check one moment because I think Hugo is destroying something. Bear with me. What are you doing? Come on, come here. Yes, he is. Now he's just looking at me. He thinks it's time for his WALK. Here he is. Look. Don't know if you can see him there. Let me just change right view there. Look down there. Look. There's his tail wagging. Hello. Hello. Sorry about that. So Rob says companies should do employee journey mapping, the same as they do for customers. Identify the differences and map solutions to their unique and many needs. I think that's a great idea. I think that is such a good idea. Rowan, I'm sure you put this in earlier, but good food and drink makes you happy. Very, very true. Amandip says, as with anything, there are pros and cons to both. It's all about how well it's managed. There are personal benefits for well-being, for hybrid remote working, so true. However, personal growth and development is far greater from being in the office. And that is something that I've heard quite often, that people feel maybe it's easier for them to be overlooked if they are not present in the office, especially if a lot of the senior leadership team. Kerry Sudale says, I need to ask how we can't hear Hugo, as my dogs always interrupt recordings. Normally they're asleep until, of course, you need them to be. It's a very good point. I think this microphone is really good. It's directional, so you couldn't hear him as I did, destroying something, which is his little protest. I am stroking him now, so hopefully that'll keep him quiet for a bit. Some really good points, everyone, on hybrid working. Morris Pentel says, please don't spell out WALK. My dogs can spell. If we can teach dogs to be support animals, smell cancerous cells, and say sausages, surely we can teach them to tell the time. That's very true. Here he is, look, on his bed, and he is eating something there. He is allowed to. That is his dinosaur. Normally I put a timer on it. He loves a cuddly toy, but when I bought that for his birthday, which wasn't that long ago, it lasted 7 minutes, which doesn't sound long, but for Hugo is actually quite a long time. He's got a set technique for destroying small toys. Kerry unidirectional mic. I've got a school next to me, and it's the best investment for calls. Yes, this one's really good. It's the Shure MV7, I think, or MB7. And yeah, really good. Really good. Danny Wareham, send me the one you use, please. A good mic investment, definitely. I think most of them do. Most of them do the directional bit, so it's just around this area. Now, I don't know if you've had a chance to listen to it or if he's still on, but I mentioned earlier that the picture I used, look at that, the picture of Chris Rainsforth. So the most recent podcast episode that was out on Friday is already looking like it's going to be one of the top episodes I've done, just in terms of downloads already. We're in the hundreds already from Friday. But Chris shares everything that's going on, with the forum, and then we talk about the future of our industry and where things are going, and then on uh, men's mental health or mental health specifically. But it is an episode that has gone down really well and out now anywhere you listen to a podcast or on the Get Out of Rap website, or if you fancy looking at us both. And as Kerry mentioned, we got a buy one get one free offer on our glasses. But if you fancy watching us, that is on YouTube. Jamie, I need that microphone. This one or the one that Danny mentioned? This is Shure MV7. I'm not sure if I got it directly from Shure. I think I did. Open the door, get on the floor, everybody eat the dinosaur. Very, very true. But Dinosaur's done quite well. Not as well as Panda. Panda, a skinned panda, there's nothing left in it. That still is around somewhere. But most of the others die a painful death. And they're in bits. So there we go. Danny has shared the link on offer with the clamp. You are super helpful. Now then, I hope we all get the chance to see each other. The expo, you might have seen the agenda is out. The registration is open. And this is the 19th and 20th of November in London. The agenda looks amazing. And I'm not just saying that because I was partly involved in putting it together, but it looks great. And I know the team behind the expo work really, really hard to make sure that they try and cater for everyone's needs. We have also worked on, there is an evening do. So the night of the 19th, because I know every year I've gone to the expo, people sort of wander around. There's lots of messages being exchanged going, what bar are you in? What restaurant? What hotel? So there is going to be an evening do with a DJ, and it should be great. So register for the expo and also check out their evening do. Rob says, really enjoyed the episode with Chris, as always. Thank you very much. Welcome to Jurassic Park. You are too quick, Danny. These are good. Danny Wareham, very helpful. Yes, indeed. Chris Rainsforth, the forum will be there. Hopefully, we will be ready to demo something brand new from the team, which we are excited about. Oh, there we go. Something being launched by the forum at the expo. You guys are always doing something different. The first time there were training workshops at the expo, that was the forum. So really looking forward to whatever it is you come up with. Now, in terms of events, and again, expo is free to attend. The evening do, there's a small charge, but that is all going to charity, which I think is great. And there will be drinks provided. It's another case of it ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. That's what gets results. This is a hybrid thing, Rob. The Bananarama thing. You never mentioned it. Rob always comes up with Bananarama. There are as many organizations doing this well as there are doing it badly. Yes, talking of interesting free events. Contact Center Performance Summit, brought to you by Evaluagent. October the 15th, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. should be really, really good. I think somebody is going to be dropping the link into the comments here. If not, just head over to Evaluagent's website, look at events, and you'll see the Contact Center Performance Summit. I did a slot last year and stayed on for the entire session. There were some really, really interesting things. It's not all just QA. Indeed, I will be doing another bit on this on team leaders and how we prepare them for the future. So that should be great. A nice online event. Have it on in the background. Have a look through the agenda and see which things you might like to dip into. Lewis. So Lewis Murphy, and this is on the hybrid. Is it helping or hurting our culture? Lewis says, in the traditional sense of a contact center culture, yes, the water cooler chats were a big part of that. Sitting in your teams, photos on your desk, etc. However, the world has changed, and unfortunately, it's made the leader's role harder. But it also means that recruitment has also become harder. Hybrid working isn't for everyone. Very true. Good points. Good points. So, just to reiterate very quickly, check out Chris's episode of Get Out a Rap. Um, he's really, really good, and I'm just along for the ride. Have you registered for the expo yet? I always love one part of the expo that it's a chance to see everyone again, because I don't know about you, the year goes so quick. And then we're like, oh my God, it was the last time we saw each other this time last year. But it's so nice just to hang out and take in some talks, see what's going on, and of course, go around the stands, see what new technology there is out there, pick up lots of fidget spinners and socks, mints, and also the Contact Center Performance Summit, which should be great. Now, I mentioned at the start that I've done some research with Quetzal. Maybe some of you here listening answered the survey. It's nearly ready to be published, but I just wanted to share with you one of the first stats. And that is, I think you can draw the conclusion that contact center text satisfaction is lukewarm at best. So the question that was asked was, how satisfied are you with your current contact center technology infrastructure? And you can see here that only 12.9% of respondents said they were very satisfied with their contact center tech. A third said they were simply satisfied, but almost 45% expressed some form of dissatisfaction or neutrality. Danny Wareham says, I'm registered. Great to see some TLC speakers too. Yes, very, very pleased to see that. And that is for the expo. We have some people that are speaking for the first time that are very, very close to the operational front lines. They're team leaders, they are managers, and they're all members of the team leader community. We are helping to propel people forward. And most importantly, they've got interesting stories to tell and they deliver it really well. So I don't know what your thoughts are on this. The contact center text satisfaction is lukewarm at best. Does that match where you are or what you are hearing? I always look at something like this and think that this shows that there's opportunity. There's opportunity not just for the providers of technology, but for people to come in and help improve that employee journey, or maximize the current tech that is in place. But of course, this does talk to there is opportunity out there to bring it all together and help people get the best out of their technology. With the levels of technology we have now, we really should be delivering some great customer journeys. Sorry, I'm laughing because Hugo is making some very strange noises. He is not happy that I am doing this rather than being outside walking around or throwing a BALL. He's just going to have to wait. Honestly, he is the cutest boss I've ever had. So, Quetzal, we have done this research, the state of contact center technology. It's really, really interesting. Rob says, would be interesting to know who was asked the question, buyers or users of the tech? Both. So these were senior contact center leaders, Rob, that we went out to. I'm pleased to say that got a great response. This is something people seem to be very interested in, and the results are fascinating. I just thought I would share this one. As I say, the final the fully completed research is, I suspect the 12.9 are buyers and the 45% are users. We're very satisfied. I don't use it. Yes, that's a really good shout. I'll have to dig into the results to have a look at that. I look happy. Must have had a pint. Should we go back and have a look at Chris's face? Look at him. And Danny says, Rob Wilkinson, exactly my thoughts. Yeah. The 12.9 were the ones that made the decision. Yeah, of course we're happy. Why wouldn't we be? So I mentioned this before. So far, I've had one person stick their hand up to say they would be interested, but I'm looking for 2 or 3 people to join me on the next show. Topic to be confirmed. Behave. I always behave, Chris. You know that. So I am looking for 2 or 3 people to join me on the next show. We will jump on and have a panel. We'll actually do some prep as well, which I know Chris will be amazed at because there was not much preparation taking place for our podcast episode, but sometimes that's where the magic happened, and Chris was magic. So I think that's mine. Your hand is up, Danny. You are the one. Actually, you and Alan Donaghy from Golf Clubhouse. But I'm looking for 2 or 3 people to join me on the next show. We will all be on screen. We'll agree something to talk about. I can't give you any more information than that because I hope you will co-create it with me. Kerry, happy to join on anything people recruitment related. Excellent. That I read that as yes. Chris, meh. Is that in response to me saying you're magic? Come on, Chris. Late to the party, but wanted to add the importance of a team charter roadshow to determine less visible challenges for teams and leaders to support some different needs. A team charter roadshow. I think that is excellent. What, going out to the people that are working remote? Yeah, that's great. That's really good. Thank you very much for sharing it, and no problem at all. I appreciate everyone is busy, so dropping into this show can be a challenge. Finally, I wonder if you can help me. You can see here some of the great companies that we have in the team leader community. But I wondered if you could help me with recommendations or introductions to people that you know that are in a contact center, might be responsible for team leaders, are adjacent to team leaders. Can you help me with some introductions to spread the word of the team leader community? I need to keep growing. I need to because of bills. As long as we're not discussing Tottenham. Okay, I agree. We will not be discussing Tottenham. Maybe we just need a whole show for that. That's a good idea, Chris. Rob Wilkinson says, Chris Rainsforth, you big tease. Yes, teasing us about what the forum are going to be launching at the expo. I can't wait. Because Chris, you've set the bar very high with some of the stuff that you do, and I've got big expectations. Edutainment is what I'm hoping for. I want to be educated and entertained at the same time. Love to join you, Martin. K here in case my name doesn't show up. Hand up here. Great. We're done. I will message you all after, and we can get a prep session in. But it'll be lovely to have you on, so you don't just get to see me and the old sulky boy there. He's a bit blurred. His ears are propped up because he knows we're nearing the end. But thank you all very, very much for joining. Really do appreciate it. As always, loads of quick fire insight from you all. I hope you have a lovely rest of the day, and I hope you have a lovely week. And I'll see you soon, where there'll be us on, and we'll be having a nice chat. Thank you all very much, and see you all very, very soon. Bye bye.